Welcome back to another Sunday Stitches. We are working on our daily temperature embroidery project today. We are filling in all of July's temperatures because it is now August. And I have already pre-done all of our temperature counts. So this month we kind of had a lot of temperatures in like the 80s, which averaged out to temperatures in the 60s and 70s for a daily average temperature. So we're going to be using more salmon and orange this month. These are going to be the two colors that we're going to be using for our project. Of course, if you're using different colors, follow along with the temperatures in your area and the colors that you're choosing for your project. If you're new to the channel, my name is Lauren. I am the fiber artist and quilter behind Garden Girl Studio. If you'd like to pick up this project, it's really easy to catch up. You can download the template as well as a temperature color key. I'm going to link them in the description below. Basically, each month we are going to be filling in dashes to represent the temperature for each day through that month. I'm doing the average daily temperature, but you could do the high or the lower, whichever you do, as long as you stay consistent. You should get a nice idea of what the temperatures were for that month with your project. And then we're going to be filling out a corresponding floral or foliage design to represent the colors from that whole month. I have a playlist going so you can catch up from each month on how to do the different florals. So I'll link that in the description below as well. So without further ado, let's start stitching our dashes. To get started, we need to do 21 salmon dashes. I'm using all 6 strands, and they were pretty much scattered throughout the month. There were more toward the end, so we're gonna kind of try to fill in this space right here. And then we're gonna go ahead afterward and fill in 10 orange dashes. So let's get started. If you're looking for an embroidery hoop holder, I will link this one in the description below. I found it to be super helpful and definitely just makes it a little bit easier to hold your project. So I will link this in the description below. Okay, we have filled in all of our dashes. Now we're going to use these 2 colors and we're going to fill in these rosettes right here. I need something simple for this month just because this month has been so chaotic. So I think these 3 rosettes are going to be the way to go. So we're going to fill in 2 of them with the salmon color since we had 20 dashes of salmon and 10 dashes of orange. That's basically 2/3 salmon, 1/3 orange. So we'll do one of the circles in orange and the other 2 in the salmon color. I'm going to use basically a single strand to make the spokes for my woven wheel. I'm starting with the orange one. I'm going to use 5 spokes because it gives a nice even rosette. I'm going to just eyeball these lines, but feel free if you want to draw them in with a Frixion pen or some other marking tool that is erasable, you go right ahead. I am not too worried about perfection here because flowers in nature aren't perfect. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball. I make my 2 little bottom spokes and then I fill in the upper 2/3. Perfect. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this off and I'm actually going to double up my strand. So I'll show you what that looks like. What I love about this is when I go to like tie off on the back, I can just flip it around, tighten it again, and then just quick tie off a knot. And I know that not every embroiderer likes knots, but you know what? That's okay. I do. So we're just going to go ahead and trim that. And then I can just loosen it, flip it around again, and tighten it right back up. And again, I will link this tool in the description below so I don't have to fully take it out in order for it to work. Now I'm going to double up my strand so that this rosette goes nice and quick. Okay, you're going to start by threading your needle. Then you're going to make your tail the same length as the other strand. So basically you're gonna fold it in half, take the two ends and tie them together, make a little knot at the base so that now you have a doubled up strand. And this will fill in our rosette faster than just doing a single strand. So now I have two strands going through instead of just one. Come up around the center, and then we're gonna do a woven wheel like we normally would. I will put a tutorial in the description below if you need a step-by-step tutorial. I have a video on it and I'm happy to share, so just head to the description and it'll bring you right to that video. But basically we're just gonna weave under every other spoke. And because we're doing it with a doubled up strand, it's gonna fill in much faster. Okay, from here I'm going to start looping around the edges a little bit. Just going to kind of scallop some stitches in here. There we go. Might need to kind of guide them down. I do. It just makes them sit a little bit nicer on the edge of your rosette. Perfect. Okay, our first rosette is done. We're gonna tie this off and then we're gonna do the two salmon rosettes. We did it. We finished adding all of July's temperatures to our stitching project. That was so easy. Keep in mind, if you're joining us for the first time, it's totally okay to just start in July or whatever month you're on and just take it from there. There's no need to start at January and work your way down. You can start right in the middle of this project and then work your way back up and around. That's totally okay. This project is easygoing. It's meant to be easy and pick it up wherever you are. If you want to fill in from top to bottom, it's pretty quick to catch up. It doesn't take too long. You can see we did this project relatively quickly. I want to say less than an hour or so. I know I sped it up there a little bit, but it didn't take too long to work on this project. So what I love about it is that it's just a simple, easy project that we can just pick up, reflect on the month, and then keep going with our other crafting projects. If you enjoyed the stitch along, be sure to give it a thumbs up. It'll help other viewers find videos that they might enjoy too. And if you want to keep hanging out, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I share all kinds of embroidery, stitching tutorials. I share small business vlogs, daily life vlogs, and more. So I would love to continue hanging out with you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time, friends, happy stitching.